YouTube! Today I want to talk about something that I think is kind of important to reflect upon, and that is sort of the state I used to be in, or things that, or more specifically stupid things that used to bother me but don't bother me anymore because I have a different mindset and I'm in a different place in my life, a different state. And I have taken some notes, so forgive me if you don't like me looking at my computer and talking, but I find it easier sometimes to have jotted down some notes so that I can speak from those notes. So yeah, I will be looking down there to be reminded of what I'm going to talk about so I don't go all over the place as I sometimes do in videos. So yeah, stupid things that used to bother me. Number one, my body used to really bother me. I used to pick on everything on my body. I would restrict my eating habits. I'm pretty sure, and I know you shouldn't talk casually about this, but I'm pretty sure I had an eating disorder, although I was never diagnosed. But now that I'm over that, I think I can admit that I think I did, and but I'm in a good state now. Although sometimes I have, bad thoughts. I'm not gonna go too far into the eating disorder, but I am pretty sure I did have one, although I wasn't diagnosed. However, once I started the IB, I stopped restricting myself when it comes to food and such, because I knew that I needed to carry my focus on school, and I needed nutrition to learn, and I needed, it was just stupid really that I had this poor image of myself, and I picked on everything on my body, and it really did get to me because in society you're supposed to be fit into this certain image of beautiful, but now I see that I'm beautiful the way I am. I am me, and there's no other me in the world, all those cliche things. And I've done certain steps to gaining more self-confidence, and actually the act of cutting my hair was sort of so that I didn't have my hair to hide behind, because I have this really insecure area here, which is my armpit pad, which I mentioned in another video, and sort of it wasn't directly the reason why I cut my hair. I just sort of had an impulse thing. I just wanted to cut my hair for some reason, but once I cut it, I couldn't hide anymore. I couldn't hide this stuff here, and it sort of hid some of my insecurities, and now they're all out in the open, and I find that has helped me sort of accept them. Yeah, also buying clothes that I wouldn't usually buy because of my armpit pad, because it shows it. I bought them anyways, and I worn them, and nobody really cares, so yeah. But that's something that really used to bother me, is my body and my poor image of myself. But now I am pretty confident, although I do have bad days, and I don't think I'm the prettiest in the world or anything, but I accept me as I am. And then this is sort of connected to this, and that is number two, which is other people's opinion of me. It used to really bother me how other people looked at me, their view of me, and now I just give zero fucks about that. But before I wanted to be, I'm sure a lot of people have gone through this phase in their life where they want to be a part of the gang, like the popular gang, and so on and so forth. But the thing is that it never worked out for me, because I have always been that weird kid, that crazy kid, that kid that laughs all the time, and so on and so forth. So I never really fit into that bubble of the cool kids, and I'm so thankful that never really happened now, because the cool kids are so boring. They're or their type of fun is to kind of go drink, party, have sex, and get pregnant at 16. That's the popular or the stereotypical, or sorry if I'm offending anyone, but I'm just glad I'm not in that typical kind of automatic cycle of teenagers. I'm different, and I'm glad for that. And I know that probably everybody feels like they're different, but I'm different, and I love it. But I'm still that kind of weirdo, that crazy kid. But the thing is that now I'm with a lot of other weirdos and crazy kids, so it's I'm not an outsider anymore. And I'm so comfortable with it, and it can probably be heard throughout the whole school, because we laugh so loud, and we just it's like we're in this little crazy kid bubble when I'm with my friends, the fellowship of the semicolon. But before I would like modify how I acted, my behavior. I would try to be calm, I would try to be normal, basically. That saying not acting like a freak or a weirdo, so that other people would like me. And looking back at that now, it's sort of embarrassing. Yeah, but that's, that's the phase I went through, and that's something I just gotta deal with. But the thing is that when you're consumed with trying to be something you're not, trying to fit into something you think other people will like, you take the focus away from being you and take the focus away from enhancing the you that you are, and you'll end up being miserable. And there's a good motivational speech that I listened to, or like a little extract from it. I'm just gonna read it now. It's by Les Brown, by the way. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never ever be the best copycat in the world. You will be the best you can be. So I'm telling you, number one, I'm telling you to define your value. Number two, if you want to make more money, if you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. That's right, invest what? And number one, I'm asking you to invest time. I'm asking you to invest time in yourself. Some of you, you spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You spend time trying to fit in that you don't even know who you are. You know other people more than you know yourself. You study them. You know about them. You want to hang out with them. You want to be just like them. You've invested so much time in them that you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time with yourself. I challenge you to take yourself out. And that really just reflects what I just said. Like, you spend so much time consumed in what other people think about you and what other people do, wanting to be like them, that you forget who you are. And that's sort of what I did. I tried to put on this role that other people would like. But now I'm like, you know what, fuck you other people. If you don't like me, fine. If you like me, that's nice. Then we can be friends. But yeah. So number three is also sort of connected. There's sort of like a red here. Number three is I was bothered, or I was consumed with other people's life. Like I loved to gossip, and that's sort of shameful to say, but I think that a lot of people do or did. And I was also gossiped about. And the funny thing about this is that people would call me a whore behind my back, and like, one, it was only because I had boobs. Two, I still have boobs. Two, the funny thing is that I was never with many boys really, or like I had Sarah was the friend I was with most, and then I had some guy friends. And I'm still a virgin, and those people who said that about me are probably not virgins anymore. I'm not saying that you're a whore if you've had sex, but still, it's funny because I'm a virgin and they called me a whore. Like I'm still a virgin. So yeah, that's kind of funny. So me and my friends joke around about that and call me the virgin whore. So yeah. And now I'm just not hung up in gossip anymore. And if I do hear something, I never assume that it's true. Like if I hear something about someone or something that someone said about me, I don't take it as true. And if there are a lot of people who say that it is true and I suddenly think it's true or whatever, I will try not to judge and think, why would this person say this or do this, and so on and so forth. But I'm not really in that gossip environment. Like my friends, if we say things behind each other's back, it is literally like, oh, she's so pretty, like her ass is so fluffy and nice, and her boobs, and we're sort of a little lesbo gang. Like but still, we say nice stuff behind each other's back, and that's no joke. Like my girl gang is just not the typical kind of girl gang. The fourth thing that used to bother me but doesn't bother me anymore is school. I used to look at school as a burden, as something that I just had to do, that I just had to get through. And I'd rather sleep in than go to school. I never did any homework. I never sat front row. I was the person that just laughed through class or whatever, and just really didn't care much. Just fooled around or just sat on Facebook. And The thing is that now I always sit front row. I do homework. I find so much more passion in school and learning. I see how learning is beneficial, how learning is a path to success, a certain path. I mean, you could find success in many other ways. I'm not saying that academic success is the only success, but you know what I'm saying. And now I always say that I'm in my natural habitat when I'm at school, because that's when I'm around my friends, and that's kind of my natural habitat. If you want to see Maren in her natural habitat, go to school. Go to Valafjell. I'm just kidding. So yeah, now I see the beauty in learning, and I see the power of it, and I see that learning is never not beneficial, I think. It's never not beneficial, actually, I think. Number 5 that used to bother me but doesn't bother me anymore is people who sneak in lines or walk slow or whatever in public. I've gained more patience when it comes to stuff like that. Like now I often purposely get on the bus last because I don't see why you should rush to get on the bus. I mean, the bus isn't gonna leave you when you're standing in a line, so why do you have to be first? Unless, I don't know, I just feel like I don't have this need to be first on the bus anymore. Like, if someone is in a hurry and wants to get on the bus before me, fine, go on the bus before me. It's not gonna kill me. Like, I don't get why people get so mad about that kind of stuff. It's like, those small things don't bother me anymore. So, number 6. I used to be dependent on always looking pretty, always like wearing makeup, and I could not wear makeup. But now that is no problem for me. Like, I can not wear makeup and I don't really care, but I do prefer to wear makeup. So I usually wear makeup at school and so on and so forth. But if I absolutely don't have time or whatever, I will not wear makeup, but I prefer to wear makeup to enhance my beauty. Number 7. Now these last points are sort of, I had to come up with something. So number 7 is other people's love life. Like, deep down inside it did irritate me that, or like I was jealous of other people's love life. And I think everybody is sort of, if they're single. It's like you see someone in the street all lovey-dovey and you're like, oh, I wish I had that. And it sort of bothers you in a jealous kind of way, not like irritated like why do they love, but like more like I'm jealous. But now I'm jealous, but in an inspirational way, like, I can't wait to when I get to feel that kind of love, and when I find the one, and so on and so forth. Not that I think we have the one, but I feel like you make the one as you make experiences with the one. Like, I think I have a lot of people who can be the one in the world, but I don't know. But it used to make me jealous in like a bothered way. Like, I would get sad because I don't have the love. But now I'm like, I get more inspired by it, if anything. And then also number 8, other people's achievement or success in life, or people who were good at stuff and I wasn't good at it. I would, in the same way as number 7, love life, I would be jealous in like a bothered way. I wouldn't show it on the outside, but I would be like I wish I could do that, and I would get sort of sad that I didn't. But now it's more like motivation, and it inspires me to other people do things. Such as my friend Nancy, like she is so, I don't know, she's just so organized and stuff, and she inspires me in that way. And it's sort of embarrassing to admit that I used to get like jealous in a bothered way before, but now I feel like I get jealous in a motivational, inspirational way. Like, I see that I can do that too, but before it was like, oh, I can't do that. I wish I could do that, but now I know I can do it if I want to, if I really want to. Number 9. I don't know why I just started doing that. Backstabbing friends used to bother me. The thing is, it would bother me if it still happened, but now, as I said earlier, I don't have backstabbing friends, because I've got rid of all of these, these toxic friends who just drain your energy. My current friends, the Fellowship of the Semicolon and plus, I have other friends outside of that, of course. We don't, like, when we talk behind each other's back, as mentioned earlier, we just say, like, how sexy, how pretty we are, or, like, how nice our asses are. And, yeah, so I don't need to be bothered by backstabbing friends anymore. Like, I literally don't have that kind of friend drama in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. Number 10, just generally small things. The stupidest, smallest things used to bother me before, but now I just push small things away. Like, if I fall down the stairs early in the morning, I won't be bothered by that the rest of the day, because I don't believe that a bad morning defines the rest of your day. It's so weird. I'm wearing like pink. I've never used this like out in public or anything. It's like pink. I'm not the kind of pink lipstick girl, but this was so pink I had to get it. It's like, yeah, almost like purpley pink. But yeah. So yeah, that was 10 things that used to bother me but doesn't bother me not now. Yeah, that used to bother me before but doesn't bother me now. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video, and I'm thinking of making more like 10 things or 10 things kind of videos. Leave a comment below if you have any requests, and I really appreciate the people who have commented. I have noticed another IB student that comments on my YouTube videos, and I do see everyone's comments, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I love the people who, or not love, but I really like the people who do subscribe to my channel. And yeah, have a nice day, and bye bye.